Hey guys, welcome. So in this video we're going to take a look at arrays again. We'll crank up templated project. We'll talk about reference type variables, okay? So again, I'm going to give you a non-trivial example that does something. Okay, so you're going to do the following. Integer here, you're going to give it the name AR1, then you're going to say new int like this. Make it of size 5. So this is a new integer to store 5 values. Then you're going to do a for loop to input the values. So you're going to say int equals 0, I is less than ar1.length, and then I plus plus. Remember, we have to have less than the length because the length is 5, the stopping index is 4. Okay? So let's keep that in mind, the difference between the length and the stopping index. Now you're going to fill them, so AR1 and then I between the brackets, and then int.parse, and then console.readline, goes out with a semicolon. So this will fill the arrays by prompting the user repeatedly. Alright, now what we are going to do is this. Outside the for loop, you're going to type int here in bracket, and then ar2 equals ar1. So this is how you assign one to another. Now we will operate on ar2. So we will say array.sort, and then specify the name of the array to be sorted. And later, yes, we will talk much more about classes and functions and so on. For our purposes, for now, to make something relatively useful happen, like the sorting of an array, we have to use some of this functionality, okay? So array.sort, and notice that this highlighting of array is different, right? It's a class, okay? So we will get to object-oriented programming. You'll learn a lot more about this. Alright, so, but it speaks for itself. You're going to sort an array. It's simple enough. Okay, let's go here with AR2, and notice the sorting will happen on AR2. However, what we want to do is convince ourselves that arrays are reference types, which means it doesn't matter what name you use to refer to an array, it's still the same underlying structure. And now we'll display, but not ARR2, but ARR1. So I'm just going to take the same code here, copy and paste it down below like this, and just to change this here to so that it displays the information. So let's see, let me delete this down below that I have here. There you go. Alright, so now we'll say console.write, and then I'll type ARR1 and then I, and then plus space goes with a semicolon. So it looks as follows. Magnificent. Okay. So there we are. So let's go with debug and start without debugging at first. Alright, so if we say enter 5, 7, 2, 10, and say 0, and we hit enter, it displays 0, 2, 5, 7, 10, press any key to continue. So this confirms, because remember, this is displaying array 1, okay, but it's displaying it in sorted order. You see that? And the sort is applied to array 2. So the point of this exercise is to prove to you that arrays are reference types, and a lot of stuff in object-oriented programming is a reference type, which means what you're doing is using different names to refer to the same memory locations. Okay, keep that in mind. So different names, same memory locations. As if, for example, you had a person, right? And that person, for example, could have the name Tom, I mean a middle name Adam, or maybe, well, in my case, a confirmation name for my background. So I would say, for example, John. You see? So imagine, Tom, Adam, John. These are different names, but they all refer to the same person. Well, references, reference type variables, follow a similar kind of reasoning, meaning different references like ARR1 and ARR2, but they refer to the same underlying structure, which means regardless of which one you operate on, as you can see, both are affected. Okay? And that's it. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in another video.